Fred, how you doing? How's the campaign going?
Oh, very funny, man. You know, I plan on putting on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
Well, you better be, because that's the only chance y'all got.
I'm gonna remember that, Fred. I'm gonna remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to Tutors right here. Well, first player talk. All I keep half text is from Andre Drummond or Steph Curry or Damian Lillard, but now it's Jimmy Butler. So this is a rivalry game. So let's get started. Really?
As bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness. That when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court. He's the definition of a gamer. He doesn't want anything to slow him down, even an injury like that.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Guys, Chicago is one of the league's biggest markets, but it still has that blue-collar culture. Longtime Bull Noel Deng exemplified that spirit. He said if you're coming in to just show your skills, just look good, the city of Chicago is not going to accept you. They want to see you work hard night in and night out. If you do, the city will love you. Kevin?
They want grit and toughness, David. Thank you.
All right.
And with some
Orange juice,
for a question that's been a hot topic
Paul
for a
George,
while now
Miles
in the NBA.
Turner,
Do you feel the NBA should
Jimmy
do
Butler,
something to
Dwayne
protect
Wade,
our
Rajon
global
Rondo,
strategy
and
slow
Robin
down,
Lopez,
bog
and
down
Taj
these games?
Gibson. But the badness is, Taj Gibson is in the Thunder. Alright, well, Michael's okay. We're going against Rondo.
I think, well, you get to a certain number, 2 shots and the ball. I think that'll change the way
That will be good.
whoever.
It's not pleasing to watch. I get the strategy. I appreciate the strategy, but visually, it's tough to watch.
It is, but some of these guys, you got to get in the gym and start knocking down some free throws. Start working on it.
To the middle, and Young slams it home.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean,
over in the corner, Prez. Young outside. Passes it to Prez. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Banked in off the glass. Well, you go around the... Prez dishes to Turner. Butler with the score. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And Turner kicks to Prez. Indiana moving the ball around. The 3 from George. Buries the long-range jumper. Hurts the way up. Gibson's got his first points.
Alright, here it is.
how about the determination of Gibson? No one is going to stop him when he skies up.
And that one, good. Way. It's stolen by Prez. Floats it up for Young, and Young slams it home.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, throw up the contact and finish the play off anyway.
Prez kicks to Young. Prez with the screen for Young. Pass to Prez. Young against Rondo. Turner with the screen. Rondo with the steal with his 3.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. The one thing the Bulls can hang their hat on is rebounding. They've always been one of the best rebounding teams in this league. Last season was no different for them.
And the Bulls were 3rd in the NBA in rebounding last season. They're just so good. Steve.
Guys at every position, they want to get their hands dirty.
Shots good from Young.
Times a lot of guys being able to see the floor. Ricky Rubio can see the floor pretty well. So a lot of guys, I think, can really pinpoint passes and see the play develop.
Prez passes to Young. Oh, good on the 3. Wade's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Hey, it's not what he's known for. But every so often, Wade does pull up from deep.
Nice finish on the seat.
What power from Taj Gibson. He really likes sending a message to the defense with his dunks.
Here's Young. And the
love offense, and I don't know how long they can keep it up, but a great start.
The kick out to Young. Takes the three. Rebound by no good.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
There's the dish to Young. Turner with the screen. Young with the ball. Wade picks him up. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Steals as well. He was in continuous foul trouble and ended up fouling out. And of course, his numbers were down. Something he'll have to avoid tonight,
Kevin, I mean, you look at it now, defense can play a little bit of a zone. I think back in the day, imagine me switching out on Shaq. He'll go right into the block, and you couldn't have a guy come over unless he had the basketball.
Play 3-4 positions sometimes, so they can do just what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, you have guys like Draymond Green can guard 1 through 5. This has to be a luxury.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
LeBron, another one. He guarded all 5
He
positions.
got everything.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Just really fantastic manipulation of the D by Prez. So skilled at drawing these type of fouls.
For Indiana, they have shot 75% at the line. Prez dishes to George. Great D that screen by Young. 5 on the clock. Off the screen. And there's the feed to Prez. And no Chicago. No good. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. So, and Young picks to Prez. That 3 off. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. Here's Young. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, just remarkable focus by Young to nail the shot.
So the whistle blows on the shot. And Young picks to Prez. Back to Young. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Prez with a clear path to the hoop. And look at Prez there, just punishing the rim. The players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. You look at Justice.
Get it done.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Rajon Rondo. And there's Robin Lopez. And it's way
Out there, he wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Prez, no good by Young. And Turner kicks to Young. In the corner, George with it. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot on. And Young with the basket on the assist. Great legends of the 90s. Were there any games where you were just in awe of who you were on the court facing?
I've been growing up in Detroit, got a chance to work out with Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, and then compete against these guys. Those are the 3 names that
4-year, $44 million contract extension offer.
The cut to just 11 points and the basket from Rondo. The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from by Young. The 3. That's good from Prez on the assist by George. Creating a 4-point line or widening the court to give a little more space for the corner. Any of those ideas work for you?
Not at all.
You don't like any of that, do you? No.
4-point play, widening the lane. What? I mean, easy.
Yeah.
That's enough. We're good right now.
Yeah. And George with the stop.
And really,
here we go, 1-on-1. Shoots from the elbow. Shots good from Young. Share 2. C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Thaddeus Young. The kick out to Young. Over in the corner, Prez. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now the pass break. Prez with the ball. And finished off by Prez.
Prez possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Prez passes to Young. Over in the corner, Prez. 14 feet away. And he tries
Down there in the paint from time to time. What a pass.
Prez kicks to Young. And the shot goes in. Got a piece of his in his time in the NBA, but he is still putting up big numbers, despite all the bumps and bruises.
That's a great point.
Here's Prez. Off the mark. Here's Young. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14. Pacers leading by 10. Baseline jumper. Again, Indiana.
And For a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
Young with no one around. Lopez has got 24 points.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Prez. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball. It doesn't matter.
Short. No good. Young outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And stolen by Butler. And it's Rondo in the corner. The pass to Wade. Kicks to Lopez. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Knocks down the three-ball.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
To the middle. And George with the stop deal. Passes to Prez. Looking for George. He gets it there. Misses and passes to Young. Here's Prez. And the rebound goes. Shoots a three. That shot is good. Got it.
And you gotta respect the D. Prez just spiking the shot back thanks to that amazing reach.
Myers for three. That ball, nice speed that time from George. Injured.
Yeah, and he ended up mostly guarding on the wing. They let C.J. Miles do the dirty work on the block, but the extra space afforded by their spread-out attack allowed him to flourish at the offensive end.
Here's Prez, and finish off by Prez.
And that's what Prez to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first two games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the fourth time. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Prez. I love what he did defensively. He was a ball of energy, and he left it all out there. His steals and his effort really sparked them. It's a can get up quickly.
And so it's Indiana with it. Young outside to the left side wing. Here's Prez. Valentine grabs the board. Here's Carter Williams. Valentine with it. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were watching.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? Guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
This is Shaq, and once again, you picked up the double-double. How do you get the team clicking offensively?
Well, you know, man, I feel like I have a pretty good eye for the offense and knowing when to get the ball in the best possible place for us to succeed. When I'm getting my share of buckets and my teammates are making plays, we're pretty hard to stop, man. So that's what I tried to do.
Spoken like a true champion. Good luck.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.